Okay, so we can try to bring this all together now and get a nice flipbook. So I got this point of view with the camera. I'm going to Control click on the camera, and I've got nice round values there for you. Okay, delete that other camera that was just testing out previously. Okay, so I'm going to change this to cam 1. And there we go. Now, yeah, the geometry is, bigger than where the camera can see. So I don't want to waste kind of, render time, memory time and everything by scattering smoke where we're not looking. So if we come up here to the mountain, let me set this to just wireframe because it's going a bit slow. There we go. And what I want to do is use the camera frustrum to isolate where we will scatter these points, right? So if we grab a volume and go into from camera, grab that camera, visualize that. It needs a name, so it's going to be density, and a value, just set it to 1. The spacebar and F, we see something. We set this back to where I shaded there, we can start to see a volume. And if I go to show all objects, you can see the camera there. So this is what the camera sees, and this is a volume based on what the camera sees, right? And obviously that's not far enough yet. If I template the grid there, you can see the volume doesn't encase kind of all these points. So we need to set this Z far to 100. Probably not that much. We can go a bit less, like that. Okay, so we're just grabbing that whole thing. And then what I want to do, I don't want to scatter any points kind of close to the camera. So I'm going to push this to 35. So that, basically we're going to select this area and just put points there. We can push up the uniform sampling to get a bit more of a clean line, but it's not too important. You can also change these borders. So see, dropping these down and up, I'm just going to leave them at 1, and that will do its kind of top and bottom. Right, so we can use this volume to group the points, these points. All right, so let's alt click to make I never remember what these call, this kind of elbow node thing. I'm going to make a group, so this group will be where we're going to scatter, so I'll call that scatter. The group will be points. There has to be points when we use these bounding volumes. Okay, so visualize that. Get rid of that template. Again, we just turn off the lighting, hide other objects. So we're not selecting yet. Normally you can see the group, in yellow. Don't know why, but I find I have to increase the ISO surface just by a little bit. And there we go. So that's selecting everything else. So we just invert it, and now we're grabbing that area. Okay. So now if we come into scatter, here we need the group. We need that scatter group, but this is looking for a primitive group. So we just need to group promote this. So from points to primitives, scatter, and now grab that, and you can see we are scattering only into the point of view of the camera. So when I put lots of points there, zoom out, they're just going where the camera is. Definitely not going to have this many. Probably end up with like 15, I think, is what I used in, earlier. Okay, so that should all just filter through. Go down here. We got all these different smokes. Go into your camera. And that's kind of the thing we're going for, okay? So we want to, again, vary these a bit, yeah? So what do we want to do? We want to use the scatter align. So previously we generated points with this node, but we've already got our points there. So we're going to change this to add attributes to existing point cloud. And I don't know why, but he has to go into the right it says constraint point cloud, but yeah, that has to go into the right input, see, for bringing in points. And then we're going to add attributes onto this. So we can change the scale of these. Let's go back to the first thing there. And I don't know if this has to go before or after this. I think I had it before anyway. So, but then again, it's not working now. Oh, this has to go in the right. There we go. Okay, so let's just visualize the smokes. Maybe go forward just 20 frames. Can check here, you know, you can see, so each one of these has 2 million voxels. Maybe if we can delete that val, and that will hopefully streamline it a bit. But obviously you'll need to bring that back if you want to do motion blur, if you want to use it for motion blur. I think we just do that. Oh, val, and then put a star, because we got it separated into X, Y, and Z. There we go. So we just got the density volumes now. And that should give us a lot less voxels. Okay, we got 2 million, almost 3 million for each of these 10. Okay, so we got loads. So, you know, that's why I was saying, you know, be careful. So, yeah, we've got some variation already. We've got different smokes coming in. We've got, let's see, what are you showing me? So the variants, we got 6, 7, 10, 7. Okay, we got a few different ones there. But yeah, I want to take a look at this orient. So that will rotate everything around the normal, but at the moment we don't have normals. We could get the normals from this, from the mountain, but I don't want the smoke to be pointing in the direction of the faces on the mountain. Obviously they need to be going up, all of them. So we just set the normal ourselves with a wrangle. Just put an n there for normal, and very simple, v at n is set 0, 1, 0. So we're just creating like an up vector for the normals. So we should be able to see them there. There we go, little lines. And then this will be used to rotate around, right? So we can get some random rotations around that normal. So I'm going to do -15. We don't want to do too much because we want the smoke, you know, the wind going in roughly the same direction. So I'm going to do that, and then change the scale just a little bit. So from 0.9 to 1.1. Again, if you go overboard with this, the physics won't look right. Okay, so let's see that. Okay, so maybe just to show you that how this is working, if I just take this up to 2, you can see we got a lot more variation there. Again, I want it to be subtle. And then with the rotations, I can push this up to 50, and you see them spinning around there. But again, not too much. Okay, we'll just leave it there for now, and then next we'll get some lights and get a flip book done of this.